Davon. And now let's give a round of applause for our next toast giver, the best man and twin brother of our group, Bobby.
Alright.
Ow, ow!
How's everyone doing tonight?
Good.
Yeah? Everyone sober?
No.
Well, close enough? Alright. That's good. I have a couple funny stories to tell about David and Grace. You know, I think that when David first decided that he was going to propose to Grace, he pretty much brought me in to a conference room at work and sat me down, and he more or less threw the ring on the table. It was still in the box, but, you know. And so I sat there and looked at this ring, and you know, I obviously knew what it was for. First thing out of my mouth was, well, how many people know about this besides me? You know, I'm his twin brother and everything, and I figured that, you know, if he was thinking about getting, you know, proposing to Grace, that I should at least kind of know about it beforehand. So after a couple seconds of thinking about it, I think he said about 4 or 5 people. So, like, that means that he consulted with 4 or 5 other people, twin brother. So, you know, I have to say, I was like, well, I'm really excited for you guys, and I'm really happy about this, but I'm a little bit disappointed that I didn't know about it. So, you know, I mean, it was all good in the end, because when he did propose, he sent me a text message. Age of technology is perfectly fine. I'm okay with that, because I know that, you know, he wasn't about to call me while he was proposing, but they were up in Tahoe, and he, you know, he kind of let me know ahead of time, and he's like, it's probably going to happen tonight, and he went through with it. She said yes. He actually said, get your best man speech ready. He wanted me to think about it, and, you know, think about what I was going to say for, you know, what was it, over a year ago, as opposed to about 7 minutes ago on a cocktail napkin. So, you know, that was it. You know, I was like, okay, well, we, you know, had some little, you know, bumps on the road there, but overall it all worked out for us. So for you guys, you know, I'm really happy that you guys came together. You guys found each other. You know, some of you guys know this, but I feel like I kind of personally had a little bit to do with I hired Grace. I knew from day one, you know, I interviewed her and I said, you know, you'd be perfect for my brother. I remember when she came in first day, and David said, you know, oh, how's new classes, new hires, and, you know, what's that girl's story? And he saw Grace. And I think I said some, you know, oh, she's some hippie art major from UC San Diego. I don't know too much about it. But then they were put on the same team, and they worked really well together, and they got to know each other over the next few months, and started dating, and here they are. So, you know, but really, for you guys, I'm so happy that, you know, this was able to take place. Grace, I love you. You know, you're the perfect woman for my brother, and I think I should know, knowing him, you know, all these years. And, you know, please, you know, continue to love him and support him in everything that he does, from, you know, an old job to a new job, back to the old job, selling the sports car, buying a hybrid, all the softball games, all the silly movie quotes, the summer of DPs, everything, all put together. You know, I know that he's extremely happy with you, and that he wouldn't want it any other way. And David, you know, whether you know it or not, I rely on you a lot every day in my life. You know, I think you and I support each other, and we, you know, work well together in that. And I'm, you know, really proud of all that you've accomplished, and I know that Mom would be very proud as well. So, please, everyone, raise your glass. Probably one more.
Let's keep us a round of applause going for the next toast giver, Sandra.
Thank you. First, I'd just like to thank both families, the Kong and the Masuda families, and Grace and David for throwing such a great reception and getting married. Thank you. I am Grace's older sister by 5 years, and you can imagine how that was when we were growing up. Up until the age of 13, and when I moved out of college, or when Grace was 13, Grace's existence was basically as my slave. I pretty much made her do everything I didn't want to do, and like a good sister, she did everything. I don't remember this story, but Grace remembers it very vividly and tells everybody, all my friends. But according to Grace, I was so bossy when we were growing up that there was one time where I was in the basement and Grace was upstairs, and I was yelling for her to come and give me the cordless phone that was 2 feet away from my feet. I mean, I really don't remember this, but Grace was a great sister. Needless to say, our relationship when we were younger, it was trying, not so loving and nurturing, but sisterly nonetheless. Fast forward 17 years, however, and Grace is one of the most important people in my life. I'm not known for really expressing my feelings well. Grace got all the sensitivity genes in the family. Tonight, I wanted to tell Grace just how important she's been in my life. Sorry, I just want to make sure that I tell you that for how I feel. So Grace, as your older sister, it's not surprising if you learned a few things from me, hopefully good things. But you may be surprised to know that some of the most important things I learned from you. The most important thing I learned from you is how to treat other people. Mom and Dad taught us to treat everyone with respect and a kind heart. We both listened to them, and I think I did pretty well most of the time, but your kindness towards others is unmatched. A kind person has a lot of love, a lot of heart, enormous compassion, and a wealth of patience. You have all of that in abundance. It's infectious, and I know everyone in your life has been affected by your kindness, and I'm pretty sure they've all been driven to become kinder people because of you. You have set an example not only for me, but for others on how to leave a loving footprint on this earth. David, I know these are some of the reasons why you fell in love with Grace. I know Grace fell in love with you because you're a man who supports her and compliments her in every way. I was shocked to hear that you were called Angry David because, ever since I've known you, you've just been really patient and, kind, and, I was totally shocked. But now I know that, it's an effect from Grace, and I know that because that's what she did for me as well. Grace, you're not only a role model of a good friend and a daughter, but also of a loving human being. So, I don't have my glass, but if everybody could raise their glasses.
YGG.
You don't get it.
Yeah. Get it straight.
And at this time, Grace and David would like to say a few words to all of you.
Thank you, everyone. Tonight, we love everyone in this room. Again, as I mentioned before, thank you so much for taking the time to come here and celebrate with us and just share this time with us. Everyone in this room has just touched our lives in one way or another, and we look forward to many more happy memories together.
I'd like to say a special thank you to my parents, the Masuda family, the Nichols family, my aunts and uncles, my relatives who have just supported us, all of our friends, near and far, from school, from work, from Michigan. So everyone in here, I can't even speak right now. Thank you very much, and please enjoy yourself tonight.
Great.
We love you too. Harper.
Sometimes I still can't believe this is happening. Everyone really here looking at us and here to celebrate with us. It's an amazing feeling, it really is. And I thank every one of you for being here. It's funny that Sandy brought up the whole Angry Dave thing. I think the people who have known me long know that I was a very volatile person when I was and now that it's too late and the Tarpon house is gone, Dick, I'm sorry. There was a lot of holes in the wall. But I tried to do my best to patch those up. I think it's all okay. That is something that it's really funny to me because when I started dating Grace, it's something that just went away so quickly. And I think everyone from the high school days who said, oh, that's Angry Dave, everyone who knew me at work were like, really? That he's not, what's so angry about him? And it's really, it's an effect from Grace. And she's just such a wonderful person and really makes me a better person. We had been dating for a while, maybe 3 years. And I just kind of wanted to share this story with everyone here because it's pretty special to me. So a lot of people ask, like, when did I know she's the one? It's pretty standard question, right? Oh, when do you know she's the one? Oh, it's when I saw her do this or something. Well, for me, it actually was a little bit different. So one day, Grace calls me, and it's in the morning time. I'm like, okay, what's going on? She says, oh, I just wanted to share with you, I just had this amazing dream. Okay? She says to me, in my dream, your mom visited me. And she spent some time with me, and we had a good time. They talked a little bit, and then my mom said, well, I can't stay long, I have to go. But I'm really glad that I got a chance to meet you. And you're such a good person, a perfect person for my son. And it's not that I sat there and thought, oh, that's the trigger, but I mean, it really did. If I'm one of those people who can be with someone for that long and not have the courage to take that next step, well, there was no clearer sign than that. And I just thank you all for being here with us and celebrating this because this is one of the most important people in my life, and I love her very much, and I'm so happy to call her wife.